Okay, so your skip counting should have been 15, 30, 45, 60, 75. And I actually kept it going for a little bit more than our traditional 5 times that we said to do on the two-digit divisors. However, we're going to begin with our multiplication, and our multiplication is going to be very similar the standard way to the partial, except we're not going to be adding zeros. So typically we've done this in the past where you can actually take and you do not need this long hangman effect anymore. Then we're going to get ready because we're going to do the same exact way that we did before, where we ask how many times does 15 go into 9? And as you can see over here, 15 does not go into 9 at all. Then we look to see how many times 15 goes into 97. And we see the closest one without going over is 90. And so for us to know how much that actually is, we can skip count it by counting with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is 6 times. We're going to put our 90 under here. And because we do not have the hangman effect anymore, we're going to be putting our number up here. So again, we said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So our number 6 is going up here, right above where we put our number. Okay, so that's very important that you lined it up correctly. So then we're going to subtract. So the only difference so far between standard and our partial quotient is one, we don't have this anymore, and we're not filling in the holes anymore. We're just going to fill in what we can do and then keep moving through the same process. So 7 minus 0 is 7. So then at this point, we check, and 7 is smaller than 15, so we know we took the right amount out. So then we bring down our 3. So we bring down our 3, and then we go through the process again. I'm going to change out the color on this one, though. I'm going to ask how many times does 15 go into 7? It cannot. How many times does 7 go into, 15 go into 73? We look over here. We see 75, but that makes it too big. So we have to go with the next number that's the smallest, which is 60. So the correct answer to put underneath here is 60. And again, it's important that we keep it in its column. So let's count how many times that is. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, when we record it down here, we need to make sure we record it up here. And you'll see that that 4 is in line with where I put my 0 in the 60. Same strategy again. We're going to subtract. 3 minus 0 is 3. And 7 minus 6 is 1. Now we check again. 13 is smaller than 15, so we are doing fine. And then we're going to bring down our very last one, which is 5, which makes it 135. As you can see over here, I didn't skip count enough. So what I do need to do is continue my skip counting. So I take my 105, and my parking lot's pretty full, so I'm going to put it right over here, not to put it in with my working out of my problem over here. 105 plus 15 is going to be 125, or 120. So we're going to put that in there. And then we're going to go one more time just to make sure. And that one more time is going to bring us to 2 plus 1 is 3. And a 1, it actually brings us to 135. So we're going to put the 135 there. And we know that it's going to go in evenly at 135. And don't forget to be consistent. I know that we just didn't do that right now, so let me go back and tell you what I mean. How many times does 15 go into 1? It can't. How many times does it go into 13? It can't. How many times does it go into 135? It can go in 100. It goes in evenly at 135, but how many times is that? So let's count with our skip counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So our correct answer to do up here is 9. So this is how to do standard algorithm. But please do not forget to check your answer. So again, you take your quotient, which I'm going to get a new color. I'll put it in purple. Our quotient is 649. And we multiply it times our divisor, and it should equal, when we're done, our dividend. If it does not, then we made a mistake either in our division, or we may need to go back and look over our multiplication to make sure that we didn't make a silly mistake there. But this is standard algorithm form.